Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Lukas, and in today's video, what I want to do is I want to show you how you can programmatically create motion graphic videos, meaning you can create like videos with map animations, with text animations, cool transitions, all within Claude Code inside of Cursor. So you basically can prompt out all of these different changes, and Claude Code will basically implement them for you. And we're going to be using Remotion.dev, as you can see over here. It says over here, make videos programmatically, create real MP4 videos with React, parameterize content, render server side, and build applications. Now, I run a community, a Discord server with a bunch of different entrepreneurs, designers, developers from all around the world, and we get together every single weekday to talk about different tools, different topics, different challenges. And we did a deep dive on this tool, and we really loved it. The setup might be a little bit technical, but I'm going to be showing you how to do that in a second. But the results are phenomenal, and they have great docs to kind of help you guide you through the way of creating different types of animations inside of Claude Code. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to create a new empty folder. And in this case, I'm just going to click on new folder, right click my Finder, and we're going to call this Remotion Tutorial. Click on enter, and now we have our empty folder. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open Cursor. Once you open Cursor, you can open the projects. Let's click on open project, and we're going to choose that Remotion tutorial project. And now we're inside of Cursor. That's great. Let's just open everything. Let's make sure that we open Claude Code. And by the way, if you don't have Claude Code, just go over here and search for it. You just have to click on install. And once you install that, you can go down here and look for it. Just click on it and it'll open. And then going back to the Remotion Dev website, we just have to click on this, which is like the command that we have to run in the terminal. And we're going to basically open our terminal. I'm just going to close this. Let's open the terminal by clicking up here and pasting this in here. And it says that it needs to install the following packages. We're just going to click on Y, enter. And the next thing is that it's going to ask us to choose a specific template. So we can start with something blank. We can start with a hello world template, which is just like going to show like a simple graphic. It's like 5 seconds long. We have a bunch of different types of templates to choose from. I'm just going to click on hello world just to kind of show you guys how that looks like. Add Tailwind CSS, yes. Add agent skills, why not? And over here in the docs, we can go ahead and read this installation guide. Over here, there's something that says prompting a video with Claude Code. If you plan on prompting videos with Claude Code, see this. So we're going to open this. And so what you want to do is you also want to copy this dependency and paste it into the terminal, into a new terminal. So something like this. And then you're going to copy this command and then paste that into a new terminal. And then it's automatically going to open up in a local host. And we get our editor over here. So we have the logo animation, which is this one, which is basically like the React logo, I guess. And we have the hello world, which is the text that you're going to see right now. Hello world. And it's just about 5 seconds long. And now I would definitely recommend you going through these fundamentals and animation properties under the docs. You'll get a good idea of the different basic capabilities that you can do inside of Remotion with Claude Code. But it starts to get interesting once you open this up and you start seeing the different transforms, the different transitions. For example, you have different interesting things like noise visualization or shaders or light leaks. And what's great is that for each one, you also have a snippet of code that you can basically feed in to Claude Code so that Claude Code understands the structure of this. But since this is Claude Code and Claude Code is awesome, we can go over here and we can click on browser and you can basically feed it the documentation of Remotion like this. And then we can start asking Claude Code to help us with a few things. So for example, we can ask it to make the clip longer. We can ask it to add a transition with a new text. And so what we can do here is we can say, let's make the overall clip 10 seconds longer. And in the final 10 seconds, there should be a white text that says this is an example text and the background should be black. And once we hit submit, Claude Code is going to be starting to work. And we're just going to want to click yes or yes, allow all edits this session. And now when I go back over here, I can see that we have this text. And then at the end, we have this new black text without any transition. It's just like a simple, new frame that pops up. It's around 10 seconds long, as you can see. But what we want really is a nice transition that looks like this coming from the left. And if you scroll a little bit down here, you can see the duration of the transition. And as you can see, it goes pretty fast in the beginning and then it goes a little bit slow at the end. And it clearly says A is visible for 40 frames, B for 60 frames, and the duration of the transition is 30 frames. So we can use this exact same method over here and paste this into Claude Code. And we just have to kind of, explain what exactly we want. And so what I can say is I need a new slide transition from left. The initial animation, the one that lasts roughly over 4 seconds, is visible for 40 frames. The text animation, meaning the one that you just added, for 60 frames, and the duration of the transition is 30 frames. And again, we're just going to submit that. And now when we go back to our animation, we get this nice slide in, but it's pretty like there's no smoothness, there's no ease in, ease out. I don't think it really understood what I said. So I'm just going to start saying, we need the transition to be smoother. It needs to start off faster and then end out slowly. So I'm going to say the animation of the transition needs to start off faster and then end slowly. Also, the transition has to be sliding in from the opposite direction from what it's currently doing. So let's go ahead and send that. And now I'm playing it, and that looks much better, right? We get that starting off a little bit faster and then ending a little bit slower. We can tweak it here and there. And actually now after tweaking, it looks much, much better, right? It kind of like slowly moves out. And that was transitions, but there's a bunch of other things that we can also look at. One thing that I really wanted to look at was noise visualization. So something like this, where it says this is an example. This example shows us how to create a floating dot grid surface using noise 3D function. First and second dimensions used for space domain and third dimension used for the time domain. And what we can do is we can literally just copy this code over here and go back into Remotion. And so now what I'm doing is I'm telling Claude Code that I need the project to be extended by an extra 10 seconds. Then I need the text with the black background to last 10 seconds because right now it's like about 5 seconds long. Then the animation should disappear in a similar transition, but from up to down. And the next thing that should show up is a dotted grid similar to this, where I added the code, and it should have white dots with a blue background. So let's go ahead and submit this. Now let's go ahead and check to see what it did. I can see that it's now about 10 seconds long, which is great. It goes from top to bottom down, but the blue grid looks great, but it's just not, it's not here. And something that kind of bothers me about Remotion is that I can't manually adjust certain things, or at least I don't know if I can, because I would love to bring this a little bit more, over here. So for example, this grid would, and this, it should already like appear here. You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of explain that in English, in plain text to Claude Code. So I'm going to say perfect. The only thing is that the final text transition must transition into the blue grid, and we get something like this. It's not perfect, but it's there. Maybe it's have to do with the layer positioning, or I don't know why exactly it's doing that. Maybe it's because the opacity is also decreasing as it fades out. But I mean, we can live with this for now, I would say. And then, for example, you can just keep on playing around and saying like, it should eventually disappear like that. Just some things that you can kind of play around with. Anyways, that was noise visualization. And now something really interesting that I was also playing around with is maps from Mapbox, that you can, integrate Mapbox into this. I can, for example, just copy this command and go back into cursor and open a new terminal, and I'm going to paste in this command. And then we need to ask Claude Code to basically add this to our .env file. And before we do that, we need to get an access token. So we have to go into our Mapbox console, and this looks like this, where I can just basically choose one of these tokens and go back into cursor. And we're going to have to add this to our .env file. I'm just going to paste this in here, and I'm going to copy this and I'm just going to copy this over here and paste that in here. And now we can submit that to Claude Code. And it says, perfect. He's created a .env file with the Mapbox token. So that's awesome. And this is where we can start adding a map, and we can, tell Claude Code like, hey, let's add a map of Florida or of Europe, and kind of zoom out and then zoom in to a specific country or city. So I can say add an additional 10 seconds, And in the final 10 seconds, I want that map to show the United States. And then after 3 seconds, we zoom into Florida. So I'm just gonna go like that, nothing fancy. And now we go back to our project and we get the world kind of rendered out in this Mapbox style. And after 3 seconds, it zooms into Florida. And it's pretty boring. I mean, the map style is pretty cool, but it's very standard looking, nothing fancy at all. And this is where Mapbox comes into play, because you can find, I have like a bunch of these styles that you can, create in Mapbox, and you can create a Mapbox style like this. And you have like these different types of ways of doing it. You can create like monochrome, dusk. You can use a satellite. You can eventually, change these things to be different colors. So we have like Paris, or how do you do it? Let's do customize, for example. And then you can change a few of these things to be different colors. So I can, for example, we can set this to monochrome, for example, or to faded. I don't know how that looks like. I think monochrome looks a little bit fancier. You can find a few styles out there if you really look for it. But I, for example, have a really cool style. I'm going to go back to my styles. I have a number of really cool styles actually that I've used in the past. For example, like this minimal one, or I have, for example, this one that I really like that's blue. It's called like monochrome, and you can zoom in anywhere and it has like this nice blue color. Or you can add something even much more cooler, like this one that has kind of like this custom font, and it has like this nice artistic style to it. I love this one, so we're going to be using this one. But anyways, once you find that, you can go over here and you can copy the style URL. I can copy it like that. And then going back into Claude Code, I can say, let's use this map style. And I'll just paste in that URL, click on enter. And as you can see, I press play. And now we have this more of a flat style type of view, but we get our animation looking really, really nice. And if you want to do some other interesting things, you can use geojson.io. And here, this is where you can basically like draw out data. So I can draw like a line from here to here, and just click on this to kind of end this. And this gives me some code, and I can copy this code and I can give it to Claude Code and say, so I can say, let's generate a smooth line animation once we are zoomed into Florida using this. And going back to our animation, I can just play this out. And once we're zoomed into Florida, we get our little red line kind of animating to Orlando. So this is, obviously a really cool use case, and you can style the line to whatever you want. You can make it thicker. You can make it, give it like a gradient touch. You can change the color to white. And so for example, now I can animate this to kind of look like that. So it's like a nice little gradient animation. So you can animate the lines in different ways. You can animate the camera. So I can make it like hover or rotate. I can, for example, over here, there was something very interesting. You can use curved geodesic paths like flight routes for using this JavaScript library, turf.js. So you can make the lines actually like go on the curvature of the earth. Pretty cool when using maps that have this curvature. But anyways, guys, once you're done with this, once you're happy with a design that you have, again, there's still a lot to explore. I gave you like a very, very brief example or walkthrough of what we can achieve here. But once you're done, we can go ahead, and if you want to render the video, you can click on File, you can click on Render, or down here, you can render that video automatically, or you can ask Claude Code to render it for you. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. And if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to let me know. And also join my Discord if you want to do like any other types of deep dives. I learned this tool with my community, so you can be part of that, and you can always like learn this with me. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.